good evening. Bang on time. Perfect timing. Have I got a floating... It's floating. Oh, where's Martin talking from? Martin's talking from different places. Hey, he's on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Evening, Doom Fairies, Chewy, Tavern Wars, Martin over in the land of the Facebooks. How is everyone this fine evening? I just need my eagles, because the eagles are coming. I've got to decide what to build tonight, and I have... Oh, did I just break his toe? I didn't break his toe. He's fine. He's good. Quick, everyone shout. Oh, wait, he's muted us. Yeah, no, he's happening. And right, so tonight I'm drinking. Non-alcoholic drinking. Good evening, Martin. How is you this fine evening? I think I'm going to finish off some Treebeard tonight. I'm just having a quick check. So we're live everywhere. That is cool. It's working. Everything is working. Everything is good. So, who else have we got turning up? There's quite a few viewers tonight already. So, we're going to continue on with working on the Lord of the Rings bits and pieces. I put some stuff down. I don't know where I've put it. I've put it in the box. So I think my next two are going to be Treebeard, who isn't part of my army, but I just want to paint him anywhere. And I think Bear and Bjorn. Bear and Bjorn. Bear and whatever he... Sounds like some ABBA tribute band. So, let's go to the painting. If you were here last night, we got the Eagles. Camera's done its camera things again. Oh, everything changed. There we go. Hi, Craig. So, we have the Eagles. They are now finished. I've not done the eyes. I do like the eyes in the colour of the skin, so I've left them like that for now. I wouldn't care. The eyes are really big as well, so I could get some great detail on them. But I've looked at the pictures and on the ones that other people have painted, a lot of people seem to have just left it, so I'm going to go with just leaving it for now. I might change my mind as the day goes on. Hey, Snowy. Oh, welcome. Did need to speak to you about something, but I can't remember what. So yeah, the wings are done. That's actually 4 models complete now. I need a photo of them. So what I'm going to do is that one there and that one there. And once I find my phone, where have I put my phone? Hotels. Oh yeah, we need to do hotels, but that was something else. Steve's already picked one out for us, so I'll go on the beanies page for oh yes, I forgot to ask you last night when you were here. I forgot to ask if you wanted some spray varnish, but we can sort it next time you're around. It's not going anywhere. Not yet, anyway. So, I've got Beyond the Bear to do. Sorry, Bear to do. That's not Bjorn. And I've actually put Bjorn in the box by mistake. So part of working last night, I got Radagast, who is on the Eagle. He fits. He's from a different set, but he will fit on any of the Eagles like that. Cheers, mate. Have a good night. So that's Radagast stood up as normal, but then there's Radagast on his sleigh. The sleigh's 1,000,001 bits, and I don't have the instructions for it. So I got them all out, cleaned them all up, and then realised I don't know where bits go together. So I was like, don't know what to do with it. So I think Bear and Bjorn are definites for tonight. I might get a bit of Radagast done. Bear needs... I think I need to get a coating on it to see where I need to clean up some of the joints and see what we can do. So am I going to use the Pro Krill Brown again? You know what? I might just do that. I know it takes a little bit longer to go off, but it was a really... No, Kinger, I'm not doing this sleigh on screen. I went to do Bjorn on screen, and that was bad enough. Getting his hands to overlap in the right place, so to speak. So I'm just using the brown black. It's a really nice dark brown. And I think it should do probably as a basing colour for Bear. Right, I'm moving it away from here. Yeah, I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. The fact that having access to an airbrush, even just for priming, is... Has that crashed? No. Is worth every penny you pay on one. More so at the moment, while GW has its aerosol can spray issues. Hey. There is that, but the sleigh is interesting. And my worry is some of the bits were broken on the sprue as well. So I was like, oh. Yeah, I do need to see where bits should go together as opposed to where they look as though they go together. 'Cause there we go. Hey, Moss. How are you doing, Mr. Moss? Yeah, Moss. When you building me a free shed? Oh, you must be on YouTube's. Come over to Twitch. Showing where all the cool kids are. Yeah, most of this is very intuitive when you put it together. I didn't use the instructions much for Indomitus or anything like that. It just gets to the point where a couple of bits have snapped. So there's I wouldn't say reins, but the seat has an A-frame on. Yeah, it went, Darren. Our local post office was inundated after bank holiday, so they are working through a backlog. So there may be some delays.
You got any Pokemon fans on there?
No, what have we got?
Chubachu! It's a chubby Pikachu! I just love the art of it.
Have you seen the price of them?
No.
Go look.
It's a chubby Pikachu!
It is Fat Pikachu. Fatachu. So if you didn't hear, Zoe's just pulled yet another amazing card out of the bloody Pokemon set. Good evening. Oh, I need to sort out. While you're here, Dave. No, I won't do names over the air. I'll sort the names out with you later, mate. I think there's another either one or two booking in with you. I think David might have already done it now. Oh, I just dropped Bjorn on his head. So I was very worried about joints, but other than his head there, it doesn't look too bad. Oh, this bin's a mess. Have you found it yet?
No.
Just have a look on eBay. I'll be coming back to the airbrush in a bit, possibly. And thank you for the follow, mate. It is much appreciated. So, Bears and Eagles, Radagast and beyond. So, what I'm going to do... Yes, you went to 50 now. I'm going to get the Lord of Wind out. See, follow these things. I know what's going on. Honest. So this is Gwar, whatever he's called. It's the Forge World Lord of Wind model. And apparently, if you build it from the base up. It just makes it a lot easier. Yeah. So let's get some of this resin cleaned up. And get it put onto the base. So that is just base to base. So what I'm going to do is on there, I'm going to score it. So just scored it with a knife. Just gives it a bit of purchase when we super glue it. So that's going to be nice. And I'm just going to use my go-to Gorilla Glue gel. Yes. 4 eagles, a hobbit, and a ring to Mordor.
You're thinking of the rainbow art one of them.
Well, he's still worth money.
That one's about a tenner, but the rainbow art one's 200.
Ah. So let's get the snippies. I'm actually doing a Radagast list. Kinger came up with it for us last. I came up with a few last week, and it means I've got a choice of what to take when I go and play. So the wings. So this is, it's a lot nicer resin than the stuff that we've just been doing, but it is Forge World resin, so hence the huge difference. There's a huge price difference as well, but these are so yeah. Bit at a time, working my way up. Working my way back to you. Yeah, no more singing. No more singing. And I can go into that. I didn't put the glue. That is. I've got somewhere the Forge World 9, and I've just ordered the mounted and on foot versions. Again, the 4 boxes of them to make it up. I got that one the other week. Witch King of Angmar in metal, so I'll have them all. Hopefully, I'll have them all in metal. That is my that is my aim, is to have all of the original Ring Wraiths in metal. I know they are out there. I will find them. Let's have that. So that's the wolf, which goes onto there. That didn't even touch. I'm not saying it's warped or anything, but wow.
I just pulled a Pikachu V now.
Cool. Just get the rainbow one, then I'll be impressed. So what I'm going to do this time is use the activator. Just a little bit of activator underneath, and it's set. Yeah, I've got the other thing. I did the 9, but then Josh got me to do Double Dragon, which was 2 of the dragons. I don't have Smaug yet. I really have been considering it. I know he's expensive, but it's my favourite books of all time, so, you know. But these lot want me to do it in Tesseract Green. Cool. So again, using the gel, I'm hoping to fill out some of the gaps. It is, yeah. I heard Mark say he was going to pay for it as well. Cotton bud. Get rid of some of that excess. And then again with the activator, even if you just get the activator on one side, it's enough to hold it in place. So there's the back hind legs of the wolf. So, oop. Oh, it's got the goblin on it as well. That's cool. I'll do a close-up of that so you can see it and then find out where I kicked that. So it looks as though it's got the goblin riding. And to get that together like that. Oops. So the goblin riding. There, and it looks as though the claw's gone straight through its leg. I don't know if you can see it. The claw, the talon, has gone straight through the goblin's leg. I'll get to do some blood and stuff on it. Looks more like a halfling. On a warg, I'd say it's definitely a goblin. Well, it's special paint, David. It's Smaug Tesseract, and it's £500 a pop from GW. You get a free Smaug with it. And you was an orc, see? Goblin, orc, same things. There we go. So these are all resin chunks that I don't need. Does anyone use these, or does everyone just throw them in the bin? So let's get the body off. Let's fire it across the room. Let me get tank traps for bolt action. Problem I have with that is I printed loads of bolt action tank traps. So it's got a little nodule there. So if you just, as I always say, give it a quick dry fit, and you'll see the bits where it's trying to push. It should just fit nicely. So there's a bit there as well. Yep. And then I'm 50-50 on pinning it. It's a Forge World piece. I'm trying to do it well. Guess what? So let's have it pinned. I'm only going to put one pin in because, as I said, there's not much meat on the wing to actually get the purchase needed. So, and also try not to go too daft with the brass rod. It is a little bit long. There we go. That be pinned. And other side, both with the activator, and there we have slight offset. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Let me zoom out a little bit while I'm working on it like this, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So there's 2 little bumps on the front of the wing to locate it together. What I'm doing is cutting one off and changing it into a pin, and then where the wing has the recess for it, drill further into the wing. It only needs like 5mm and it gives it a much better joint. Yep, that'd be perfect. So the recess on the front edge, put that over there for now. Well, let me just double check to see if there is. Oops. So that needs filing a little bit there. And is that lining up? The glue will fill the hole, which is perfect. Drop his claws. Right, let me drill again. So these are just GW pin vices and some brass rod. There's nothing special about them. Privateer Press used to do an amazing set. I got a couple of them years ago, but I've not been able to find them since. And it's pin vice drill bits and matching brass rod, and it was like an interference, like a perfect fit. So the drill I've got now is, I went for slightly bigger than what the brass rod is, so I've got a little bit of play when I do put it together. But once the super glue's in there, it's absolutely spot on. So it's just a spot of glue on the end of the pin, and you can push it in as you're pinning it, and then just keep the pin in line with the feather, hold it there for a few seconds, and it should, there you go. There we go. That will work perfectly. Might fill those gaps at the front a little bit, as well as getting the super glue off my fingers. So that's an arm. This looks like a wolf leg. we're getting through these pretty quickly, especially because I really enjoyed painting some at home, in my own time. Has there been anything in the Lord of the Rings range that people have fancied seeing painting or that kind of stuff? Oh, he's going to be super fragile. Oh well. We've got Treebeard, which I'm going to do the grass, the greenery on it in a second. There's a couple of bits need cleaning off there. This, it looks like it's going to triangulate across 2 bits of base. Yeah, I'm gonna, if this is going to start needing more pinning and stuff like that, then I will probably just switch to Treebeard. And I think that arm's going to need heating up anyway. So the goblin go over here. The eagle head hasn't landed. Yeah, that needs a lot more of it. Oop. Yeah. What's about? Right. Yeah. It is a lot of fiddly work to get him assembled. And that. So I'm going to cut the tongue as well. So Flying Guha, or whatever Tom wants to call him. Right, so that goes there. I'm guessing that goes there. Aha. I'm starting to, because I've read a couple of bits on Bye Bye Lord Flurry. So yeah, some of these where they're joined together are actually quite well planned out. It's Forge World, so I guess it makes sense. So that's, again, as I was told, start building up. Or as I read, just start building up. And you see bits starting to go together like that. So there is also a claw. Oh. I'm guessing those two will perfectly go into there. So yeah, it is just getting the triangulation and all 3 bits in the same and correct place at the same time, and the glue going off. Oop, and not falling away like that. So I need to clean up which bit I didn't. It might actually just work straight up. Yeah, that's quite a good fit. I'll do it this way.
For lads.
Cool. Zoe sat in the other room doing her TikTok videos, opening her findings for the day from Whitby.
I've only put 2 videos up today because I need to edit some of them, so I'm going to go chill out now and edit them, and I'll open the 2 boxes tomorrow.
Okie dokie. I'm only doing tabletop, Dave. It is literally to get the thing up and painted and onto my shelf ready to go and play. I'm not doing any super duper painting, so everything under there can get quite easily hit. And what I don't want to be having to do is gap fill, because I'm just about to gap fill the huge gaps down under his wings now. And doing that after I've painted it, I really don't want to repaint, and if I do any blending or anything like that, it is a lot of work. And it's no Picasso, it's going to be a Dalton on the table, ready to go, boom. The Eagles have landed, so to speak. And to be honest, it's going to be exactly the same colouring as these, and I think I can get to most of that anyway. Especially with it, I'll be using the airbrush, so it'll be just literally airbrushing all of this. It'll all get airbrushed in the base brown, and then I'll be able to come and bring the grey into there, which is very open, grey into there. The head, yeah, will be fine. What could possibly go wrong? As I keep saying, I prefer to get these ready, done, and on the table running, or flying, whichever you. I'm just waiting for that. Ooh. Oh, Dave, I'm not kidding you. If I had a nice garden shed, I could do a free lesson of painting. No. We've got 3 of them. They're all full. We have... tell you what. Where is... chatting? Are you on? You're on our Discord, aren't you? Oh, you don't need to be on Discord. 1 second. Let me just go and take a photo, and you can say, "I'm back again." On the way past. He's disappeared. He's gone AWOL. Yes, I went to the loo as well. I've been holding it in and it's not good for my bladder. Now I can relax and chill out. And I brought a drink so I can fill my bladder back up. So, chatting. Gallery. And where's... Oh, it's worked. 6 before sheds is like, yeah. So, you've been before, Dave, when you were here with Benga. The shop's on the left. Now, the shed here, this shed here, I think is 10B. I think it's a 10B6. But it is just a shed. And damp's getting in and it's falling apart. It just needs replacing. But what I don't want to do is replace it with just something like that and being exactly the same thing where we've all the floors rotten. We've had to fill it with expanding foam. There's a concrete plinth down there to the edge to here. But we want to extend it as far forward as we can and basically fill that with a shed or like an office type setup, if that makes sense. What I can do is first look. I can't find it. I've lost my wife. Right, I'll ask the question. There you go. So that's what we've got. We want something nice up there, insulated. I can get electricity in that up myself, all that sort of stuff. But I think Joe found one the other month, and it's bloody expensive. It doesn't, mate. when we moved in, all of that front area was the same height. We had it all dug out, but it cost us like $3,000 to have it all dug out, which is not clever. The shops on the left, ooh, on the night. Oh, bugger. The other thing is, depending on how tomorrow's meeting goes, yeah, the only problem with that is next door's got a deep pond that, yeah, we would have to bolster and all sorts of stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with what we have there. Plenty. Good evening, Con. Yeah, so ideally it doesn't need to be. We'll probably be able to heat it ourselves once it's built, but it only needs glazing or anything like that to the front. So we don't need any kind of windows or stuff in it other than the front. Like a window and a door would be fine in the front. It's going to be a closed office, separate to the shop. Basically somewhere I can go and do books and all that sort of stuff. And a bit of storage as well. Right, let's get this claw on. A few people had said about a log cabin type one. There's people doing log cabins and all that kind of stuff. So I was just using the activator to try and get it together. It's worked. What else was there? There was... let's go for this body. Let's get it all done and then I can go to painting Treebeard. Whoever said about the Nazgul on a ring wraith on a Nazgul, I do have one already painted in the house, in the garage. Is it the Pelennor Fields box had them in, Kinga? Or was it they came out at the same time? I think it's in it. Yeah. Well, that one was cool, 800 quid some years ago. Let's just say that. It served its purpose. It's been worth the 800 quid that we paid. I just need to expand, if that makes sense. Yeah, this isn't easy, is it? I knew I should have slightly, it needs bending, but I don't want to do it without warming it up, unless I can. There we go. Slice it back slightly, try not to cut his wings off. You can see why GW actually state on their Forge World stuff that to use it and to build it and stuff like that, that you need to be a competent modeler, and it's not just for bashing together sort of thing. It's because, yeah, you're constantly having to try and fix the mistakes that the molds have twisted, or there's a slight distortion when it's set and started to dry outside the mold. You need to be a little bit better than a follow instructions on a quick build type of thing. Right. So I'm quite happy with that. What I'm not happy with is he's got a gap along his body. So what I'm going to do is get some super glue. Not on that. I'll use this. Let's see if I can gap fill some of the bits well before that. So I'm just using the super glue on the end of a bit of brass rod. Again, it's this super glue gel. It sticks in place, so you can use it to gap fill pretty well. If anyone wants any of the Gorilla Glue super glue gel, these tubs, the 15-gram tubs, let us know, because we just got a cracking deal on a load, and I've got a load in stock. So if you want some, like 2 or 3 tubes of it as opposed to the singles, let us know. I can do a good deal on it. Good deal. Cut me on throat dibbler. I think that's what Snowy was calling me the other day. Catch you soon, Dev. I can't remember, David. It's quite big, because I think the shed that's up there is 10 by 4, and I want it even bigger. As much as I can in the space that we've got, basically. Joe knows the measurements, I just can't remember them offhand. Speaking of hands, where's the sword gone? Yeah, but a lot of this is dependent on tomorrow. Big business meeting. See how things go. Quite a few bits hinge on tomorrow. see how we can get on and change the business. Rat on a stick. Rat on a stick. This is the finest, most sought after delicacy in the whole of Ankh. Rat on a stick. It's rat surprise. Yeah. I take the good with the bad. I think tomorrow is a positive step. Whichever way it goes, it's us moving forward into a whole new stage of ProTech. It's been very scary how much how quickly and how much we've expanded. Well, not expanded, but what word would you use? Grown. We've outgrown our setup. Let's say that. From the start of lockdown, going from the start of lockdown to where we are now, we're doing a lot better. Let's just say that. One of the companies is doing a lot better. One of the companies is probably just stagnating and will just close. But that being said, it's all good. We know what we're doing. We know where we're going. Oops, I'm dropping bits and pins under here. We have direction. I think that's the best way to go. So I really want all of that to dry. So he is going to sit and dry and look pretty over somewhere where I don't break him. So where is Treebeard? So Treebeard has lots of little green leaves all over him. So I did find a really good leaf green, I think it was called. That's light green. How is that? Park green it was called. Park green. So if I move that out of the way, get a reasonable sized brush. Oop, not one of the ones. That one will do. So I think my number 2 and my number... Yeah, I'll go with my number 2. And I did have a... Oh. In fact, that is not a bad idea, Lee. Let's have that put away. I'll be doing this for a while. I might as well get the wet palette out. Again, looking forward to the next set of these coming out. The new cleanable paper is fantastic. It's not... There's a few times I've used the wet palette and I've scrubbed all the way through to the... That had water on. Lee, you idiot. There we go. Yeah, it had me working it all the way through to the sponge underneath. But this seems to be a lot more controllable and it doesn't rip. So I know they look bright, and I want my closer specs. But the idea behind it is the bright to start with, and then we're going to wash them with a brown, so it matches him. There we go. All the leaves. So it's just finding all the leaves, and as I say, it is just Park Green that I'm using. It's not too bright and it's not too dull. So if you just be careful, if you look, a lot of the leaves look like heart shapes, and they've got a little bit of branch in between them. So if you can just catch it so you're not hitting the branch bit, it looks really good. Right, check down his arm. There's some on the end of his arm there. And this is just going around him, finding all of the leaves. There is some fungus down below as well. I'm going to slightly do that slightly different. I'm thinking of a yellowy colour. So I've gone with the thin, very thin down for the underneath, so it still shows some of the brown through. It's going on very thin like a wash, but you can get the green to show in certain places, but still shows through like it's a dark part of the leaf where it's got no sun. Yeah. Yay. There's a lot of leaves. And could be chasing leaves for hours on this. What's the better than that? I'm still finding leaves next week when I'm doing it. Underneath each leaf. Kinga, have you seen when Quick Beam's out? I know he was on pre-order, and he's a leafy boy. It is Park Green Vallejo model colour, 969. Just work. It's really nice, and it's quite, I don't know, it just stands out. Probably should be using a bigger brush because I could probably get most of these in one hit with a decent sized brush, and the paint thinned down a bit. I think he's been released, Mark, which is the problem. I think I missed the pre-orders on, and I really want one, but it's Forge World. Obviously, it's Forge World. I'm already resigned to the fact that I'm going to end up paying scalpers amounts. Unless Kinga knows someone who got a couple of them, which I doubt. I think the only people that have grabbed like 2 or 3 of them are the ones that are going full scalp. Right, there's more leaves on his arms. It is quite a vivid green. Yeah, there's a little snail there. I need to do him a different colour. Right, there's some in his beard as well. Yeah, I think they will get him back in. I would have just liked one for the stream so I could paint it alongside Treebeard. Mate, his beard's got lots of little leaves in. And it's just picking them out, just with a little, like a little V on them. It's not, you're not trying to hit them all, but leaves on his fingers, none on his knees. I think I've got most of them. I've got most of the ones that I can see anyway. There you go. That's cool. Oh, totally missed one there. I'm sure Mark will spot them as we go on. Yeah, so have a look for an orange or a cream. Oh, that's the colour. Yeah, a little bit of that, and then a wash. That will work like a charm. I need some water on that. So I'm going to splodge it on all of the fungusy stuff and then get a wash on it later. A bit more water. I've thinned it so it does go into the bits and pieces a lot easier. I need a bit more thinning than that. So yeah, it's sort of like a wash, but it should dry, staining some of it as well. And then when we hit it with the wash will pick out all of the details again and give it a, hopefully, a fungusy type look. What colour are we doing Brian the snail? What colour for Mr. Snail? I've also got a load of what looks like mushroom leaves, mushroom whatever they're called, caps. So I will hit them up as well. I think Brian is wanting to be a red snail. Hello there. So they're going to be red. There's a couple of bits up here. Right. Let's have a look for a good red. Good red. Let's go with a flat red. I don't need much, so yep. Let's have some down here as well. Again, I will just hit all of this with a brown wash. It'll bring it down from being a bright red to a more subtle mushroomy type red. I think they're the only ones that I've seen. I think I'm going to do his eyes in green. Got eyes are green, the leaves are green. Brian, the snail, is going to be red. He's a fast snail. So I've left as much as the brown as I can. And you get the little snail crawling up his beard. So there's bits of that fungus in his beard as well. Right, so most of that has dried already, so we're going with Pure Agrax. None of the thin down variants, and I don't know what that was now. Trusty size 2. Broken Toad. So down here, I'm going to fill anywhere where the orange is with the brown. As you can see, it's dulling it back down so it's not the bright orange anymore when I remember to get all of the bits. And it starts to look like fungus or whatever it is. There we go. Same in his beard. Same on the leaves. So when you're going over the leaves, you're going to hit the thing where it's going to darken it off in the recesses a lot. But it's also going to turn them into, give you a more defined leaf shape. If you do them top and bottom. So any of the detail that was lost by blurring the lines with the green, it'll come right back once you've done the wash. There you go. Quick, fast, effective. It's not going to win you a golden demon, but it does look good on the table. And the number of times I've said this, is not like there's anything that I'm doing here that any one of you couldn't do. There you go, Brian. And some more green, orange even. You can really tell if you've missed bits of the orange because the brown wash really does subdue the bright orange glare. There's a missed bit. So just a couple of bits of wash and it looks pretty good. Also gives you a chance to get the bits that you missed. Stonewall Grey. So he is actually carrying a huge boulder to throw at someone. Seen a couple of conversions of these done where they've changed his arm and he's actually throwing it, and then this arm's actually pointing at where he's throwing it. It looked really cool. Could do with a bit of brown. Looks alright from the top. So yeah, it'll just be the usual on the rock. I'll do a quick go over with this, Nuln wash, and then a bit of dry brush with Dawnstone. And then I'll repaint the fingers in afterwards. There's no way I'm going to not. There's no way I'm going to be able to dry brush the bits that I want to pick up and not hit the other. Not a chance. So sometimes you've just got to pick which is the easiest bit to redo. Is it going to be a lot easier to redo the fingers and then be able to dry brush the whole thing fairly relaxed, where if you catch the fingers it's not going to be a problem, or if the fingers have got shading and stuff like that on, you've got to go the other way and just be very careful with the dry brushing, or sit and layer it. The rock. Oops. There we go. I'll let that dry. Let's get the base wash, to be honest. I'm doing all these in the usual, so it is Agrax on the base. I have done some staining, I don't know if you can see it. I've splodged over it with the brown from this. That's going to take forever. There is. There we go. Yeah, catch you next week, Archinin. Thanks for being on board. Let's see what this looks like when it's all down and dry. There we go. And there we have it. What time is it? Wow. 8:30. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Oh. I'm going to put the top back on the Agrax for definite. So far I'm really pleased with where I am so far. I'll do a little bit of work on Bjorn's, the bear's head, not Bjorn. Where's the knife? So what we have is putty and an oldish brush. Let's have a look what we got. That one. What is that one? It's an Old Citadel small dry brush I'm going to use. I'm definitely not putting the putty onto the wet palette because I don't want it dry. So what I'm going to do is, it is just Vallejo putty, and the places like the head where it needs a bit of filling. Right, there is a bit of a mould line there, but also there's a bit of a gap. So it works a bit like thick paint. You can actually smooth it and blend it. Doesn't need to be too bad because you're getting a lot of the fur covering it up. I'm just going to make sure you blend it out a little bit as well. So we do have a little bit here. Where the joint is. Thing is, it's so much easier to do this while the bear's brown. While he's clear, not clear, while he's grey, it's very hard to see all of the bits that are needing gap filling. And he has got quite a bit looking at him. Right, that's his tail, so I don't need to worry about that too much, but this area here has loads as well. Birds are scooped. Birds are scooped. Hopefully what I've done there is where it is coming away from it, I've sort of blended it out so it doesn't make too much of a like a defined line through the resin. There's some there. Thing is, my fear is when I hit it with dry brushing, these lines are going to pick up really well. If that makes sense. He's nearly a panda bear. Let me have a bit there. Armpit's got a huge hole there. I think we're pretty close. So what I'll do is I'll get another undercoat on him after this. Let's see if I have missed anything. That looks like a we have a bear? I was going to check Bjorn, wasn't I? Where's Bjorn again? I think... yeah. His muscles there were a bit weird where the gap was, so let's close the gap and feather them in both ways. Yep. There we go. And both of them. That's it. Quick blast with the airbrush. No, you didn't miss anything, and you're a day late for the raffle. We got a bit of tree beard done. Bjorn and the bear are now puttied up. So I'll sort them out later. Once that putty's gone very dry. Treebeard is well on his way to being finished. He's got his leaves done. His rock needs a wash, which I can do now. The rock. Bit of nulling, which is out somewhere. Come on. Oh, I did finish that as well. Again, I need to get a primer down on that so I can see where the problems are. So, I must have put it away quickly, which means it's in this drawer. Nope. Yeah, let's do the sensible thing. Let's put some stuff away. Agrax, Kiraberg, Knee Nullin. I knew it would be there somewhere. Cool. And quick wash over with the black. And I say we'll get a quick dry brush on it once that's dried, and then I will redo the what's it called? Yeah, the things. Yes. Oh, you know what they're called. The thingamy-bob things. Oojar, what you may flips. The small dry brush to get all of the grey picked up again. That's cool. So that's ready for that. That's ready for that. The eagles are done. Even the black claws are sorted now. They look really nice with the black claws. Next week, Con. You're a week early. Or a week. Or a day late or a week early. We have some special prizes for the end of the month. We have some scenery pieces from the new Frost Guard set. Which are printing out at the moment. Or I would have brought them in and shown you. But yeah, they're all in the throes of being completed. And once I get them, I will bring them in and show you. It's some really nice scenery. He has arrived precisely when he's meant to. I've also got this, as I say, I've got this Radagast as well. I'm going to strip and redo it. This is a huge thanks to Snowy, who didn't even know he had a Radagast. Cool, David. That is Radagast. So I think I should have flying on the chariot, metal stood up, normal stood up, and running Radagast. I should have 5 Radagasts. Dave's gone. So it's a 14B10 garage we've got at the moment. Shed at the moment. I think we worked out that it could go to 20B10 at least. Pressing buttons and things are all going wrong. David, those sheds are 13 grand. I'd buy another house. Well, maybe it's not, but you know what I mean. Feet. Yeah. 10B20, I think it goes to, with any luck. Actually, we have 2. Yeah, David's got the sort of thing that we want. We just want to like sort out the footprint that we can fit it into and what sort of costs it's going to be before we take a jump. And Dave's looks pretty. Yeah, normally when they don't put prices, it's a case of if you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
Don't mind me. I ain't a queen egg.
So, what do you think of the Eagles?
What do you think? Yeah, it's quite cool. I like how it looks like a bit of a bluey grey.
Yeah.
I was going to say, can they see me scoffing my face? They can only see my arm. You've knocked one over?
I know. That's a drunk eagle.
Drunken eagle.
So, yep. We've got 4 eagles ready to go.
They're quite cool then. Not as cool as my Pokemon cards have bulls with it, but yeah.
That one's fighting a wolf.
No. Get off the wolf.
He'll be win. And a orc.
I was going to say that wolf seems to have a growth on it.
Yeah, it's called an orc. They get everywhere.
Bye bye.
Yes, the latest Dalton entrepreneur is eating her profit. Or her Easter presents, one of the two.
Oh, it's more like my Easter presents.
Yeah.
Is Snowy on?
I don't know if Snowy's about. I saw him earlier. Yes, I think it's 14B20, Dave. We probably would have to measure up again, and I do need a bigger plinth putting down, but I think we did the plinths on the other bits. So I dare say we could put the plinth down ourselves pretty decently. At the end of the day, it's only holding a shed. It's not going to be... Well, it's going to be holding me in a shed, so yeah, good. Fair shout. So, I'm going to call it there. I know I'm 10 minutes early. I am absolutely shot today. I haven't stopped. I've been up and down, sorting bits and pieces out. Looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, I can quite easily do a concrete base. All of them have got concrete bases underneath them, and we've done them ourselves, and they've been fine. Fine-ish. As fine as they need to be. So, thank you everyone for coming and watching tonight. I'll let you know on Wednesday how things go. Hey. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you down at Warlords on the 13th. 17th even, once I get the dates right. But I should catch you all. If I get chance, I might do something over the weekend. We'll see. I possibly have a box break to do tomorrow night, so I might be on doing Protect card stuff. So if I'm on doing the Protect card stuff, I will see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock-ish, I think. So, yeah, thank you everyone for coming, watching, chilling out with us. We shall see you next Wednesday, if you're not on tomorrow night. In the meantime, take care. Catch you soon.